As I've said before, I don't purchase newspapers, and I haven't done for over 10 years now because I got sick and tired of their sexism against men. But I will use them online if I can find articles which are of any use to me. And I've been thinking for quite some time now of doing a video about how female robots are going to become men's new companions in the future, and it's women who are going to be made redundant, not men. And I was doing a little research today, and lo and behold, there was an article recently in the Daily Telegraph here in Britain, in the women's section, with the title, "Why Female Sex Robots Are More Dangerous Than You Think." Now, as this is in the women's section, I assume that the authoress is saying that female sex robots are dangerous, to women? Yes, I completely agree, because you can program them any way you want them, or get the manufacturer to program them to your desire and requirements. And they're not going to bitch to you about toilet seats being up or down. They're not going to complain about. They're not going to try and pick your clothes for you. They're not going to try and sift through your friends and decide which friends you can have. They're not going to try and get you to do all their work when you get home from work. They're not going to whine. They're not going to nag. They're not going to divorce you. They're not going to steal your children. They're not going to falsely accuse you of domestic violence. They're not going to be domestically violent, unless I suppose you program them to. All of the terrible things that come with getting married, they aren't going to carry any of these problems with them. They are going to be the perfect woman. Now, this article is written by one Tabby Jackson Gee, not sure how quite to pronounce that. Anyway, I'll stick a link to the article in the description box, and I'm going to skip down to the third chapter. The latest chapter comes courtesy of Real Doll. Now, I've heard of them before. The California-based company is about to unveil a $15,000 life-size, hyper-realistic silicone sex doll. She can talk, blink, smile, regurgitate facts about your life, and of course have sex with you. Her name is Harmony, and she is being hailed as the most significant development thus far in the $30 billion sex tech industry. Well, I say hail to Harmony. And if you have Harmony in California, you can forget about the yes means yes crap laws that the legislators saw fit to pass. You don't have to ask her permission for anything. You can do with her whatever you wish. So, anyway, before I continue, I've just realised you can program them to do DIY work. You can program to take the garbage out, take your shoes off you, bring your slippers, undress you when you go. You can program them to brush your teeth. You can program them to do anything you bloody well want. And you don't have to pay them. They're not going to steal your money. You don't have to feed for them. You only have to buy clothes for them if you wish. The advantages are limitless over the wretched women that we have in the West today. Anyway, back to the article. According to Dr. Trudy Barber, a pioneer in the impact of technology on sexual intercourse, our growing immersion in technology means that it's only a matter of time before it takes a mainstream role in sex. Put simply, sex between couples will increasingly be saved for special occasions as robots step in to satisfy our everyday needs. Which couples is she speaking about? Who the hell needs a bloody wife with all the dangers that comes with her when you can have this perfect robot girly? Dr. Barber predicted that the use of artificial intelligent devices in the bedroom will be socially normal within 25 years. Well, I hope it comes before that. And that the machines would enable people to appreciate the real thing. And she's quoted as saying, "I think what will happen is that they will make real-time relationships more valuable and exciting." Once again, there aren't going to be any relationships between men and women. Women are going to continue to hate men the way they already do. Who needs it? Your doll is not going to hate you. You're going to program your doll to worship you. The article then mentions other dolls that can be bought for around $7,000, but says, advances in the field are predicted to make sex robots increasingly lifelike and affordable. Indeed, in April last year, a man figured out to make a robot in his own home that resembled a woman they don't know. Ricky Ma, 42, a Hong Kong-based man with no formal training in robots, spent $35,000 to create a robotic woman who looks exactly like Scarlett Johansson, and there's absolutely nothing she can do about it. Unlike the vivacious and intelligent actress, his robotic counterpart was programmed to respond to questions like, "You are very beautiful," and "You're so cute," with little more than a coquettish smile and a wink. Yeah, and then if I programmed it, then a very nice BJ. Skipping down, we already know porn provides a terrifying reflection on how society views women, which can manifest itself in real life. Terrifying reflection. There are millions of women who are into pornography, and the women who do it willingly, and they get paid for it. But what happens when machines start contributing to the objectification of women too? Oh dear God. There's also a real worry that people will abuse robots assigned human traits, whether it be in a sexual or physical way. They're robots. They don't give a shit. You program them to take whatever you want. I mean, what is wrong with the woman writing this article? Whitby's a philosopher, thinks it's a legitimate concern, and he asks, will people mistreat robots? Oh yes, I'm sure. The reason I'm sure is because they already do. Oh dear God. It wouldn't matter if you chopped the robot's head off. It's a robot. It's not going to feel pain. Oh dear God. How long before there's a lobby for bloody robots? Dr. Kathleen Richardson has done extensive research in this area, especially in regards to women. She says a machine, like the portrayal of women in pornography, prostitution, and the media, give me a fucking break, are entirely objects for male gratification. Absolutely pathetic feminism. But women aren't like what males see in pornography or in prostitution or in popular media. No, these days they're a pain in the fucking ass, Dr. Richardson, just like you. So if she's a good looking woman, let's have a doll made of her and program it, and then you can fuck it and there's nothing she can do about it. In these areas, she continues, women are coerced or told they have to act or behave with a threat of money or violence. A threat of money? The women in pornography are threatened with money? Get out of my face. In real life, women have their own thoughts and feelings and preferences and desires. Well, guess what? Loads of men, MGTOW men, don't give a shit what women want anymore, because women don't give a shit about men or men's rights. I'm going to skip down quite a bit or I'll never get to the end, but there's the predictable stuff about perpetuating existing stereotypes, and has anyone yet talked about a male sex robot? Well, fine, women, have yourself a male sex robot, I don't care. Blah, 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 blah. This vicious cycle will continue. The author is talking about gender norms going unchallenged. And Whitby goes on to introduce the obvious domestic violence thing by saying, how would you feel about your ex-boyfriend getting a robot that looked exactly like you just in order to beat it up every night? Well, I don't give a shit what a woman would think of that, and I'm quite sure there are plenty of men who would love to get a robot that looks like their ex-wife so they can beat the shit out of it. It's not going to hurt it. It's a robot. It isn't real. And I'm quite sure there are loads of women who'd like to get male robots. But as usual, it's just presented from a one-sided feminist point of view. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section. I'll leave a link to the article, as I say. And who would you prefer to be in a relationship with? The average woman or the perfect robot? Thank you.